I'm still going to talk about didgeridoos.
Didgeridoo who?
Tippity tip tip tipping off the news. So you might have seen Washington being in the news for changing their name, but now they're in the news for something completely different, and the name change may have to wait. There was an allegation of sexual harassment of 15 female employees within the Redskins organization, pretty much going all the way up to the owner, Dan Snyder, and he gave a sorry ass excuse. Alright, so I realized I didn't really explain myself when I said this in the recording, but pretty much what I think about this statement from owner Dan Snyder is it's weak. It's all weak, especially with these allegations being so colossal and these people's lives being played with. I think he just got his little PR team together, and it was an emotionless statement, but what can you expect from Dan Snyder? He's an emotionless lizard. Alright, let's move on. Then, former Redskins safety DJ Swearinger shared some text messages of a conversation between him and coach Jay Gruden, and apparently they were going to throw fisticuffs. They were going to brawl, and I would have liked to see that. I would have liked to see Jay Gruden fight a NFL safety. So I don't know about you, Xavier, but we should just get rid of the franchise as a whole.
Yeah, to just get rid of it, cause like, it's just they're always in the news for something. It seems like nowadays, and really they have to address this rapidly, and they have to address it properly because everything that's going on right now, they have to be extremely careful not to make a really bad move.
Dan Snyder's on the hot seat, and I think if the Washington fans banded together and just stopped supporting that organization, he would be gone as an owner because he would stop making money. The only reason that he's doing all these changes, changing the name, apologizing for these sexual harassments is, number one, he got caught, and he got caught lacking. And he's not going to make any money if he doesn't make these changes. So if you don't get rid of the Washington franchise, just get rid of Dan Snyder. He seems like he's the biggest problem up there. Moving on to some lighter news in the NFL. A lot of players got paid this week, and we're going to talk about them here. Chris Jones got a contract. I don't know how, because they gave all their money to Patrick Mahomes, pretty much. Then Derrick Henry got a contract, and then Myles Garrett got a contract. But you know who got left out? Mr. Dak Prescott. Poor Dak. So, which out of all these three contracts, Myles Garrett, Chris Jones, and Derrick Henry, which one do you think is the most valuable? Which team do you think is getting the most value out of the contract and out of the player?
The most value, definitely Derrick Henry. He was just an animal in the playoffs. He like everyone knows, he wasn't the best in the regular season, but heading towards those last couple weeks and into the playoffs, he was the best running back in the NFL, without a doubt. He was just plowing over teams. Nobody could really stop Derrick Henry.
Yeah, when he got his chance, especially in the playoffs, those last, even in the regular season too, like the last few games of the regular season and then going into the playoffs, he was just a monster. No one can stop him. And I think that contract is well deserved. Even though his first few years in the league, he kind of struggled, tried to get his footing underneath him to sort of figure out the system in Tennessee and how to be a running back in the NFL. But I think he's starting to figure it out. I think they gave him the contract at the right time. Maybe should have waited for another season to see how he produced, but I think he's well deserved of this contract. I think another thing to point out is Myles Garrett, that contract. Despite him getting suspended for smacking Mason Rudolph in the head with a helmet, he's one of the better defensive ends in the NFL, and I think that contract is also well deserved. The Browns are starting. Well, we said this last year. They're starting to look good on paper, but you know how that worked. But Myles Garrett, one of the better defensive players. Same thing with Chris Jones. I think all three of these contracts are well deserved, but Derrick Henry, definitely the most value there. Well, that's it. That's all we got. Shorter video, but deal with it. Thanks for watching. If you think Dan Snyder should go, let us know down in the comments below. And if you agree with us, might as well subscribe too.